Sunland was formed in 1982 by Sam Cole, 35 at the time, with 3 people and 100,000 square feet at our oldest location, Anderson Road.
Arch, I never get to meet Sam. What was he like?
So Sam grew up, he was the son of a preacher, very humble beginnings. Greenville was actually the textile capital of the world at the time. And Sam always told you what he thought. No matter who was in the room or what the situation was, you knew where you stood with Sam at all times.
I tell you what, there are some things that are still common now to what was happening back then. Some things don't change. And one of those things is relationships.
Right.
Relationships with customers, relationships with our people, relationships with our suppliers, each other. You know, those things, they don't change. They are still as important now as they were back then.
You know, that's actually what made Sam so successful. I mean, I think the clinical background in psychology helped, but he was really great at building relationships with customers as well as his team. And he really taught me a lot about how to forge long-term and lasting relationships.
And Arch, you actually was in sales, business development when you started working for him in the 90s, right?
Yeah, that's correct. I actually started in 1996 working for Sam. There hadn't been a lot of competition. We were just in Greenville, South Carolina, and again, we were textile capital of the world. So we have actually new competitors coming into the market, one of which is sitting right next to me. The first time I ever heard Elijah Ray's name, I heard it with another gentleman named Bill Gates. And I heard those 2 names scream from the back office, followed by some real expletives, which I won't talk about here.
You know, reflecting on those times, the industry really started to change. The technology really became much more important. That was driving different plays by 3PLs. And in fact, engineering, that piece became so important. We were very intentional about going to the marketplace and finding those skill sets. And that's how I met this guy, Hari.
Absolutely. I was pursuing my master's in industrial engineering at Georgia Tech at that point, and with focus on logistics. I remember meeting Elijah 20 years ago at the Logistics Institute in Georgia Tech. Soon after that, started working for him as a solutions engineer.
So right, and actually in 2008, I bought the company. And actually a friend of mine, Doug Sampson from Acme Distribution in Denver, offered to sell his Charleston location. I didn't know anything about the business, I just knew we needed to grow. But the industry was changing, and we were actually starting to lose business to more professional type organization. There were some things relative to IT and engineering where we had not made investments. Intro to Elijah Ray. I ran into a guy by the name of Bill Gates, and Bill had been a former competitor.
Right.
He was at a work conference and we have a drink, and he had just retired from a global 3PL, and I really needed help with the organization on how do we scale. He came on board, he wanted to be a coach. Bill started helping us. His key focus was hire A players, and we did that. He says, I think Elijah can come to work for you guys. And I said, no way Elijah's coming to work for us. Elijah sold deals bigger than our company. I think we had about 4 meetings, Elijah. You ask hard questions. And so after about 4 meetings, Elijah came on board in January of 2013.
I tell you, one of the things that really drew me to the company, you know, look, Bill and I worked together for so long, and so when Bill says something, I typically believe that meeting you, I already knew you, but you were sincere about wanting to change the company. You were sincere and you knew the direction you wanted to go. So you could just feel that servant leader coming through. It just worked. It was a great match.
Just before Sunland, I was in India running contract logistics there and started hearing about Sunland and about Arch too. And what I really liked about the company was the focus on the team and the focus on the customers.
What do you think have been the biggest challenges as we reflect on our time together?
Elijah, last 2 years has been COVID pandemic, right? It's been challenging. What has happened with us is, with COVID, a lot of the orders shifted towards e-com for a lot of our customers. And really, except for an initial lull, the volumes really picked up. So we were actually busier during COVID than we were before with existing customers. And we have a sacred obligation to keep our people safe. And on top of that, there was challenges in hiring and retaining good people during this time frame. I think that's where we had a lot of our focus, and really our team has come together. because we have come through and delivered some real good customer service and volumes to our customers during this tough time. And we have helped some of the customers achieve their strategy on the supply chain side by helping them.
So we had to be resilient as a team to really drive value for our customers.
So as you reflect on, 40 years, let's just reflect, let's think about the future. What are you excited about?
We are in a good place. We have really good customers and we are servicing them well. Key is really we are challenging our team to say, hey, how do we take this to the next level, right? A lot of focus on advancing technology and innovation for our customers. Look, today with supply chain, it's as much as an information game as it is physical flow of material, right? So with our focus on information systems and solutions, we are really striving to provide supply chain visibility to our customers. We are starting to already use drones for cycle counting within our operations, and there is a lot of focus on automated mobile robotics and to really take technology to the next level from that perspective.
I would say from my perspective, it's all about the team, right?
Yes.
And if we adhere to our 4 core values, we're going to win, right? And that is first keeping everyone safe.
Yes.
And the rule we talk about in the organization is you come to work and you go home safely to your family just like you arrived. And if we stay true to that, we're definitely going to win. The next thing is really being servant leaders and really being able to go out and really help those people on the floor win. That's what our job is as leaders, right? And listening more than we talk. And that's hard to do sometimes, right? It just is we want to take charge, but really learning and listening and really trying to understand the needs of our employees as well as our customers. And then really being a learning organization. Our environment is changing so fast. And the people that learn and adapt the fastest are going to win. That's why we've been so diligent about building a culture of problem solving and continuous improvement. Who solves problems the fastest will win, right? And then obviously, look, results matter. Results, our customers expect results, right? So do we as individuals and as company and team members. And so putting our team and really adhering to those values and developing our leadership and all of our people is really the key thing. I mean, Elijah, when you and I and some others developed our vision, what did we say? We want to build a great 3PL. And what is that? It's a place where customers want to buy. We want to create that environment. And we want to create an environment where people want to work.
Our industry is now high profile. You hear the president talking about logistics and supply chain now. And so therefore, we have a tremendous opportunity. We've done well in the last 40 years. We have an opportunity to win as we approach the future. I look forward to working with you guys.
Absolutely.
Absolutely, Elijah.
Hi, Arch here. Just wanted to say thank you to all of our past and present Sunland team members and our customers for being part of the Sunland story and actually helping us reach our 40th anniversary milestone. What an accomplishment.